Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, Dominica essential oils among businesses already impacted by COVID-19. Dominicans reassured of food security as government takes more stringent measures to protect the public from COVID-19. And bars and rum shops take a hit as liquor licenses are suspended under a state of emergency. The details coming up.
Giving away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus a grand every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch the flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you want to win cash galore.
We flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partit l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. Animez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
First up in the news, a state of emergency went into effect on Wednesday, 1st April, as government continues to make necessary adjustments to better protect citizens from the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic. Effective Wednesday, 1st April, there is a curfew in place from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. across Dominica until the 20th of April. The country is expected to go into total lockdown on weekends. That's from 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 a.m. on Monday. This order will remain in effect until the 20th of April. The public is required by law to remain indoors during the curfew. There are exceptions as outlined by the Attorney General Levi Peter.
A person must not be out in a public place between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. on Monday to Friday. So in simple terms, that means between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. every weekday, you are required to remain inside, not to be in a public place. So if you will, in the local phraseology that is now becoming popular, there's a total lockdown every night from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. for every weekday night. B, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., that's the daylight hours, on Monday to Friday, a person must not be out in a public place except to provide or access essential services. That is to say that the only reason that a person should be in the public at any point in time is in relation in the daytime, but that in effect means any time, is either to provide or to access essential services. Essential services I shall try to refer to in a moment. C, which is the third position, between 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 a.m. on Monday, a person must not be out in a public place unless they fall within the exceptions stated in paragraph 4.3 or have written authorization from the Commissioner of Police. So that is really saying that weekends there is a total lockdown. So from 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 a.m. on Monday morning, between now and the 20th of April, which I believe is a Sunday, so it is also a weekend. People should bear in mind that we have in Dominica weekend lockdown.
The Attorney General outlined some of the situations in which an individual can be exempted from the prohibition on being in public. They include, among others, having a written authorization from the Chief of Police, traveling from work as an essential worker, seeking urgent medical care, shopping for necessities, banking transactions, caring for a family member, and engaging in construction or manufacturing. Under the Emergency Powers Act, there are implications for those who make a living selling alcohol. A liquor license issued to a person under the Liquor Licenses Act is suspended from Wednesday 1st of April to Tuesday 14th April 2020. All bars shall be closed throughout the period of the order. As a result, there shall be no sale or consumption of alcohol in or in the vicinity of any shop, grocery store or supermarket or in any public place. Meantime, all religious and educational places of instruction or worship shall remain closed to the general public other than for weddings or funerals. No person shall host or attend a private party which includes any person from outside of the immediate household of the occupant. No person shall host or attend recreational or competitive sporting events. Only 10 immediate family members can attend funerals. The Health Minister says public cooperation is key to the success of the ongoing curfew.
The main reason why we've put in the curfew, you have to appreciate the fact that the virus needs transport. The virus needs a transport to move from one place to another. And then we, the human beings, we are the transport system for the virus. So if we put a curfew in place and we're not moving all over the place, then the virus cannot move all over the place. Which is the science behind this social distancing. This is the science behind the curfews that we're putting. So it's of paramount importance that actually people follow those guidelines being put forward by the health department. If we don't move all over the place, then the virus cannot move all over the place. And this is where the public has to play its part in observing and adhering to all these measures that we've been putting in place. So the public is a very integral part of our defense against the virus. We know when we tell them, look, let's stay home, let's not move about. If we move about, then we move the virus about. If we stay home, then the virus cannot move all over the place. So that's just so important. So that's why when we have the curfew, and then people cannot be socializing all over the place, intermingling in close proximity, then we limit the whole spread of the virus. That's the science behind it. And the public have to appreciate that fact, and the public has to play its part.
The Dominica Essential Oils and Spices Cooperative among the many institutions here closing their doors in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. The bay oil industry suffered two major blows in the recent past, once in 2015 due to Tropical Storm Erica and another in 2017 because of Hurricane Maria. Chairman of the Dominica Essential Oils and Spices Cooperative, Philip Gist, says bay farmers have come off a good crop in the past year. However, production and sales will have to come to a standstill due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We did some shipment for this year already. We got good oil for Christmas from the areas that produce bay oil. Eventually, we will have to shut down like every other individual. because we have to pay farmers through checks. National Bank has already shut down its doors. So it means you're going to have all sectors will eventually shut down, and I don't see why Essential Oils and Spices Cooperative should not be the one to shut down itself too, because farmers will not be able to commute from the communities to bring bear oil to you. So actually, for the safety of the staff and the farmer, it's only best we shut down services for the time being, like every other sector.
For those who had planned on using Bayrum as a cleaning solution or sanitizer, GIS advises that they use other products available in stores and supermarkets.
It's going to be a challenge for the office to remain open, to sell one bottle, and to put the manager or the staff at risk, because trying to sell one bottle of beer. There are other means of hand sanitizers. There are other means of cleaning, so you can use for that particular purpose. Some of the supermarkets are still open, so you can use things from the supermarkets like bleach. So let's do it well, let's do it right, and let's hope Dominica triumphs over COVID-19.
And the public is being reassured there will be enough food on the island during the COVID-19 outbreak. Technical Officer for Projects and Services in the Ministry of Agriculture, Ryan Ansem, says the ministry has coronavirus food production plan in place to ensure food security during the COVID-19 situation.
The ministry has developed what we call a coronavirus food production plan. And that plan is basically a food production and propagation plan to elevate the possible fallout from COVID-19 and the anticipated impact of food security on the nation. So our strategy basically is to provide food for the nation. So our production is at 3 levels. We are propagating seedlings at our agricultural station, and we're also producing some of the food. For example, the corn and the beans and the sweet potatoes, we are targeting our agricultural station to produce food for the essential services.
Seedling propagation of a variety of essential vegetables has already begun at the agriculture facility in Portsmouth. There is an island-wide propagation program underway to ensure farmers are well equipped with planting material during the COVID-19 crisis.
For example, we are doing 10,000 of the lettuce, 10,000 of the cabbage, 5,000 of sweet peppers and tomatoes, and the pumpkin. So already we've started the process. We're also doing at the Lapin Agricultural Station. But the Lapin Agricultural Station, we're going to focus on planting sweet potatoes, the corn, the beans, and some seedlings. And we retrofitted a greenhouse at the Botanical Gardens to do some seedlings. We're also doing it at the Granby. We've targeted an individual in the Carib territory that is assisting in propagating, and that individual has started already. And so we are very thankful to the private people that is coming on board to propagate seedlings.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
Avec flow, gagner l'argent, on partit l'argent avec flow. Gagner l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec flow. Animez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, every video join flow. It only gets better with flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Si ou ni maladie HIV et bien maladie sexuelle, si ou pas protéger corps là ou kane sexe avec plusieurs monde, ça kay mette la vie ou en gros danger. Ou ka expose tout partenaire au poison et que ça qui ka vini avec maladie. Servi yo condom chaque fois ou kane sexe. Changer qui est important pour découvrir maladie à bonheur ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Pour responsabilité, protéger corps et puis les autres. Examiner corps. Aider du bout si même maladie HIV et l'autre maladie sexuelle.
Away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus a grand every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making parties great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. Psychosocial support hotline to assist Dominicans amid the COVID-19 outbreak on the cards for the Dominica Red Cross.
The Dominica Red Cross has joined the fight against COVID-19 to help curb the spread of this disease in the country. Director General of the Dominica Red Cross, Sandra Charter-Rowe, says the organization is working alongside the Ministry of Health during the COVID-19 crisis to ensure credible and accurate information is given to the public.
The Dominica Red Cross, in its response to COVID-19, is providing emergency assistance to help communities halt the spread of the virus and to recover from its effects. We are working in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. Our volunteers, for example, were assisting with the screening process at the hospital. Some of our volunteers are also involved in manning the COVID hotline set up at the ministry and are engaged in the communities with educational material on precautionary measures to stop the spread of the virus and, most importantly, to stop rumors and misinformation.
As a humanitarian organization, the Red Cross is also seeking to promote calmness and an understanding that daily life activities must continue with reduced fear, stress, and increased knowledge about how to be part of solutions.
Hence, we will be setting up a psychosocial support hotline. So we are hoping that persons who feel stressed or just need someone to talk to can call into our hotline number, and this will be given out as soon as we are able to launch, once we have everything in place, and we will let the public know what numbers that they will be able to call. So we will provide some kind of mechanism, access to persons who feel that they would need to speak to someone to deal with the situation.
As part of its mandate, the Red Cross seeks to provide clear messages to promote good health practices, simple prevention action, and basic self-care awareness for everyone. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
And the United Nations is working closely with governments in the Caribbean to protect the region's most vulnerable people from the impact of the deadly coronavirus COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic is one of the most urgent health, economic and social crises the world has faced in decades. At the beginning of April, more than 870,000 cases and over 43,000 deaths have been reported worldwide. According to the Pan American Health Organization, the number of cases in the Americas region is steadily rising. The Caribbean is also staggering in the wake of COVID-19. The disease has already dealt a devastating blow to the tourism and services sectors across the region, adversely impacting the mainly small and open economies. UN News says a multi-sectoral response is needed to meet immediate health emergency care and response needs, while ensuring that a social safety net is created to support people whose income may drastically reduce during this crisis and to protect the rights of the most vulnerable citizens. UN News says this multifaceted approach would seek mitigating shocks and support recovery efforts from a crisis that may exacerbate existing inequalities and result in losing past years' gains towards the achievement of Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs).
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partit l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. Animez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, every video join Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus a grand every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. Dominica Essential Oils among businesses already impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Dominicans reassured of food security as government takes more stringent measures to protect the public from COVID-19. And bars and rum shops take a hit as liquor licenses are suspended under a state of emergency. You may access our news on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.